Hi, welcome to Get a Clue, Casual Gamer, where we get a clue, C-L-U-E, about a game. And today we're going to be looking at a game that was on my wish list for last year, 2022. I finally have it. Yeah, I broke down and got it. It is My Shelfie, which is, of course, by Phil Walker Harding and Matthew Dunstan. I'm going to have to look up Matthew Dunstan because I got it because, part of it was a Phil Walker Harding game, and Phil Walker Harding is my favorite game designer, so I really like a lot of his games. So, it caught my attention the moment I heard it was one of his, and then of course I watched reviews and explanations and descriptions, and it went on my wish list, and finally this year I've got it. My Shelfie. Let's get a clue about it. C is for components. What are you going to find when you open that box? L is for length. How long does this game take to play? U is for uniqueness. Does it remind me of any other game? And E is for ease. How easy is it to learn, teach, play? How easy is it to find? How easy is it on your pocketbook? Okay, let's open that box and see what those components are. Well, first of all, instructions. And again, I'm going to use the instructions to kind of give me a little heads up as to what they call these different aspects of this game. Okay, let's start with the contraption. The 4 bookshelves, and it looks like you put them together kind of like this, I think. Yeah, something like that. And that's your bookshelf. And each person will have their own plastic bookshelf, which reminds me kind of a Connect 4, plastic setup. There will also be a bag and some little standees that you will need for your personal objectives, your personal goals. There will be these cards, which are the probably a combination of, let me double check. You have 12 personal goal cards, and then you have 12 common goal cards. This looks like a common goal card. The personal goal cards, when we get to uniqueness, I'll tell you what they remind me of. And then there's this extra baggie here, which I think is for the cards because it looks the right size for that. Or, well, no, because I think these will all go into the bag. Well, there's the game board itself, which is called the living room in the game. And then there's, like I said, I just got this, so here we go. 3 pages, 3 chipboard things to punch out, and they will include end game tokens, scoring tokens. These are scoring tokens right here. End game tokens look like, I have no idea. I do not see them. Oh, 1 end game token. So, oh, here it is. Here's the end game token. There's a first player seat, which is what this will become. And then there are 132 item tiles, which include cats, books, games, frames, trophies, and plants. So you have all of these different items that will be going into your bookshelves from the living room, but the extras, before they make it to the living room, will be stored in this. And that, my friends, I'm looking, that's it. That's all the components that are inside this box. So that's the C. L for length of play. The manufacturer says 25 minutes. Give yourself 30 to 45 at the beginning, and you can get it down to 25, but plan on 30 to 45 while you're learning it and before you become well versed in it. But My Shelfie. It's by Cranio Creations and Lucky Duck Games. Okay. So that's length of play, 30 to 45 minutes, give or take. And uniqueness. Okay, I mentioned how this little contraption reminds me of the Connect 4 contraption. You will have, each person will have one, and this game plays 2 to 4 players. So there are 4 of them here in the box. I only showed you one. Excuse me, my asthma's been acting up today. Okay, so what it does, the goal, the personal goal cards remind me of the goal cards in Codenames and in Mysterium Park, where you have it, you get a card by random card, and you put it in your standee, and facing you are the shelves that you want specific type of items in. And that's going to be your personal goal. There will be public goals that everyone can get points from, but your personal ones will be specifically just for you, and no one else knows what your goals are. So you have a little bit more freedom when it comes to that. So yeah, it reminds me of stuff like that. It is for sure a tile placement type of game. And again, anyone who knows me knows or watches enough of these videos knows that I love tile placement, card placement, puzzly placement type of games, which is another reason why this one drew my attention as soon as I heard about it. So it is that kind of thing. There's some sort of set collection in it. Let me pull up my phone here because I pulled up Board Game Geek just to make sure I didn't mess anything up. There's end game bonuses from those goals. There's pattern building and set collection. Exactly. So if those are the type of things that get your interest, this is a good game for you. It is a light level game, not even medium light. It's a light level game. So very, very family friendly, beginner friendly, or just I want to relax and I want to be able to just create patterns and not be all stressed about too many choices and such. No, this is a great, just let's have some fun and play type of game. So that's Uniqueness. It reminds me of so many other games that are pattern building because, let's see, even just looking behind me, well, you got some of that, but Overboss, definitely. Excuse me. Let me look. It's like, not too many right behind me. Yeah. Well, things like Arboretum, Village Green, Kohaku. I'm trying to think of others that I might have around me because I am surrounded by so many games from all these different videos I've been creating and not having enough time to put stuff back. Anyway, you have an idea of what I speak. E for ease. How easy is it to learn, teach, play? How easy is it to find? How easy is it in your pocketbook? Oh, please. These are the instructions. That's it. These are the components and the setup. Actually, the components are on the front, which was my cheat sheet. You have the setup. Huge pictures, everything. Then you have the goal of the game. And then you have the actual gameplay. Ooh. I can see why Tom Vassell on Dice Tower doesn't like these fold-out things. Okay, so you have the gameplay, game end, and then they explain what the common goals might be so that you understand what the drawing shows. You can look it up and it'll explain what each of the common goals are. You will have 2 or 3 out at a time. Let me see from the setup. You will have 2 common goals and 1 personal goal. So there you have it. Not a lot of instructions, which means it is an easy game to learn, teach, play. How easy is it to find? How easy is it on your pocketbook? Okay, so I went looking at my three basic places: Amazon, GameNerds.com, and MiniatureMarket.com. And Amazon, okay, let me pull up a different one just so that I can make sure I know. Yeah, $40 is the retail price. It has some really good components, sturdy components, so it's not surprising that the retail is $40. And on Amazon, it is $40, $39.99. That's retail price. If you go to your local game store, it will probably be $39.99. That is retail. GameNerds.com is out of stock. Their usual price for it is $32. It can come back into stock at any time, so always double check, but their going price is $32. And MiniatureMarket.com does have it in stock for $32, and they have it well in stock. So if this is a game that interests you, Miniature Market currently seems to be the best bet, but always check all three just to make sure, especially if you're in the United States. If you're in other countries, you know what websites you're able to shop at, I hope, because I don't. But it really is a reasonable price. It's not, dirt cheap. It's not a $10 game, but it gives you a lot of quality components and a good game for as low as $32. So you can pay that for a fancy, for a IP monopoly. I always kind of compare it to those things that you can buy at Walmart, and even the cheap games are costing $20-$25 nowadays, and they're cheap and they're made cheap and they don't last, and they're the same games you've been playing since you were 5 years old, and it's like your grandparents played the same games. So for something new, something fresh, something special, My Shelfie. There you have it. You got a clue about My Shelfie. A new game came out in 2022. So, until next time, happy gaming and God bless you and your family. Bye.